Shravasti was a city of ancient India and one of the 6 largest cities in India during Gautama Buddha's lifetime. The city was located in the fertile Gangetic plains in the present-day district of the same name, Shravasti, that belongs to Devipatan division of Uttar Pradesh near Balrampur, some 170 kilometres northeast of Lucknow. Earlier, it was a part of the Bahraich district, but the latter was split due to administrative reasons. Shravasti is located near the West Rapti River and is closely associated with the life of Gautama Buddha, who is believed to have spent 24 Chaturmases here. Age-old stupas, majestic viharas and several temples near the village of Sahetmate establish Buddha's association with Shravasti. It is said that the Vedic period king, Shravasta, founded this town. Shravasti was the capital of the Kosala kingdom during 6th century BCE to 6th century CE. This prosperous trading center was well known for its religious associations. Sobhanath Temple is believed to be the birthplace of the Tirthankara Sambhavanatha in Jainism, making Shravasti an important center for Jains as well. According to Nagarjuna, the city had a population of 900,000 in 5th century BCE, and it even overshadowed Magadha's capital, Rajgir, as mentioned in the Brut Kalpa and various kalpas of the 14th century. The name of the city was Mahi. There are subsequent mentions showing that the name of this city was Sahetmate. It is also mentioned that a vast fort covered this city in which there were many temples with idols of Devkalikas. Today a great rampart of earth and brick surrounds this city. During excavation in Sahetmate near Shravasti city, many ancient idols and inscriptions were found. They are now kept in museums at Mathura and Lucknow. At present, the archaeological department of the Indian government is excavating the site to perform allied research. Jetavana Monastery was a famous monastery close to Shravasti. Etymology. According to the Mahabharata, Shravasti is named after the legendary king Shravasta. According to Buddhist tradition, the city was called Savatthi because the sage Savatha lived there. As per the Ramayana, the king of Kosala, Rama, installed his son Lava at Shravasti and Kusha at Kushavati. History. Shravasti was located on the banks of the river Kiravati. It was the capital city of the kingdom of Kosala, and its king was called Pasenadi, who was a disciple of Buddha. It is a beautiful city with vast amounts of agriculture and diversity. Buddhaghosa says that, in the Buddha's day, there were 57,000 families in Shravasti, and that it was the chief city in the country of Kasi Kosala, which was 300 leagues in extent and had 80,000 villages. He stated the population of Shravasti to have been 180 million. The road from Rajagaha to Shravasti passed through Vasali, and the Parayanavaga gives us the resting places between the two cities, Setavya, Kapilavatthu, Kusinara, Pava and Berganagara. Further on, there was a road running southwards from Shravasti through Saketa to Kosambi. Between Saketa and Shravasti was located Taranavatthu. The Buddha passed the greater part of his monastic life in Shravasti. His first visit to Shravasti was at the invitation of Anathapindika, whom he met in Rajagaha. The main monasteries in Shravasti were the Jetavana and the Pabarama. Shravasti also contained the monastery of Rajakarama, built by Pasenadi, opposite Jetavana. Not far from the city was a dark forest called the Andavana, where some monks and nuns went to live. Outside the city gate of Shravasti was a fisherman's village of 500 families. The chief patrons of the Buddha in Shravasti were Anathapindika, Visakha, Sarpavasa and Pasenadi. When Bandula left for Sali, he came to live in Shravasti. Woodward states that, of the 4 Nikayas, 871 suttas are said to have been preached in Shravasti, 844 of which are in Jetavana, 23 in the Panorama, and 4 in the suburbs of Shravasti. These suttas are made up of 6 in the Daya Nikaya, 75 in the Majjhima Nikaya, 736 in the Samyutta Nikaya, and 54 in the Anguttara Nikaya. The commentaries state that the Buddha spent 25 rainy seasons in Shravasti, thus leaving only 20 to be spent elsewhere. Of the 25 rainy seasons which Buddha lived in Shravasti, he spent 19 in the monastery named Jetavana and 6 in the monastery called Panorama. Thus, Shravasti is the place where Buddha lived the longest amount of time, and it is the place where he gave the largest amount of discourses and instructions. The Chinese pilgrim Shanzang found the old city in ruins but recorded the sites of various buildings. Shravasti today. The ruins at Sarhad and Mahad on the boundaries of the Gonda and Bahraich districts of Uttar Pradesh are believed to be the site of ancient Shravasti. Mahad was the city proper while the Jetavana monastery was at Sarhad. Of the ancient Shravasti, the city walls are still standing. Within these, the remains of 3 ancient buildings can be visited: Angulimala Stupa, Anathapindika Stupa, and an old temple dedicated to Ajahn Tirthankara. Outside of Shravasti is located the stupa where the twin miracle took place. The site of Jetavana Monastery is the main pilgrim destination, with meditation and chanting mainly done at the Gandakuti and the Anandabodhi tree. Buddhist monasteries from the following countries have been constructed at Shravasti: Thailand, South Korea, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Tibet and China.